Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, you get that urgent message from home and you go off immediately to send $1,000, €1,000, £1,000, depending on wherever you are. But as you are sending that money, so are 1,000 other people doing exactly the same thing at the same time. You see, because of the mass numbers of Nigerians living all over the world, the amount of monies remitted into the Nigerian coffers, into the Nigerian nation from indigenes, from Nigerians living abroad is quite a significant amount. Guys, I bring you this. Central Bank of Nigeria targeting $2 billion diaspora remittances monthly, says Emefiele. So Emefiele, of course, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Emefiele, being the governor of the central bank, has all of the data, of course, of the traffics of money going in and out of Nigeria and the general movement of money within the Nigerian space. And such is the volume of money that he has the confidence now to come out with the statement. Again, Central Bank of Nigeria targeting $2 billion diaspora remittances monthly. That is monthly. So 2 billion diaspora remittances monthly, says Emefiele. So now let's now see what this money trafficking is all about. The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, on Thursday said the target of the Central Bank of Nigeria was for the country to attract about $2 billion monthly as remittances from citizens in diaspora. Emefiele's position is coming after the Apex Bank introduced its new diaspora foreign exchange remittances policy. The Central Bank of Nigeria's boss told journalists during a press briefing on the new policy in Abuja that countries that had similar demographic features with Nigeria, such as Pakistan, often receive about $2 billion monthly from their citizens in diaspora. He said, I am aware from the data available, for instance, Pakistan, even in the midst of C-19, receives $2 billion monthly from flows from Pakistanis in diaspora. If Nigeria is able to receive, even if it is just $1 billion monthly or moving close to $2 billion monthly, I am so certain you all know what will happen to the exchange rate in Nigeria. Emefiele noted that should the $2 billion monthly target be met, deposit money banks would after some time have no need of calling the central bank to fund their commercial operations. So that is why we are saying that we want to aggressively take on this and see how this will help our economy, the governor stated. He declared to Nigerians both at home and in diaspora that the policy of recipients receiving their monies from abroad would kick off on December the 4th, 2020. He noted that in a bid to block any loophole to manipulate the policy, the Central Bank of Nigeria had ordered all DMBs to close all their Naira general ledgers through which the Naira remittances were hitherto being carried out. He said the bank took the decision following resistance from international money transfer operators over its new decision on diaspora remittances. Emefiele said the Central Bank of Nigeria observed some pushback by some of the IMTOs who were bent on continuing their nefarious activities of undermining our policy by attempting to resist the new policies. So this is now the position now of the Central Bank of Nigeria. So the impact of the Nigerians abroad is an economy in itself. So if you look at the sort of monies that we're talking about, they're talking about remittances of 2 billion, not naira, but dollars, $2 billion, not annually but monthly. So $2 billion are being remitted into the Nigerian economy by everybody living from London to Dubai to China to, I even know some Nigerians living in Afghanistan. So Nigerians are all over the world, and the remit monies home are especially people who are looking to build. You know, Nigerians, they love to build to show that the achievements of their being abroad. So all of these monies and the people that you're sending to school and the monies that you're sending to mommy and that your cousin that you're trying to support, all of that monies, it now amounts to, now they're pressing for $2 billion. And if you think $2 billion, that's $2 billion monthly is actually more than the economy of half of the states in Nigeria. I don't think that Ondo State has an annual economy of $2 billion. I doubt that very much. I don't think Jigawa State has an economy of $2 billion annually. I doubt that very much. So the monies that people are sending from abroad back into the Nigerian space is actually quite a very potent force. So if we have this understanding that these monies now accumulate to close to $2 billion a month, $2 billion a month. So if we now have this understanding, then the potency of that power should be managed, because the policy of the central bank now, because what this guy is saying in effect, sorry, I'm skipping from thought to thought just to paint you as broad a picture as I can. What this guy, the governor of central bank, is saying in effect, saying that they have instructed banks to close like a general naira ledger. What he's saying in effect is, when you send that money to the bank in Nigeria, rather than give the monies to whoever you're sending the money to in the currency that you are sending it, the banks are giving it out in a naira equivalent, which then short changes the person receiving it, because of course we know that the black market rate is a significant, close to maybe 20-25% differential from the official rate. So what he's saying in effect is that the monies now should be given out in the currencies that the sender is sending it in. So this then goes directly into the economy. So how does this play out is really where the question is. So the people living abroad, of course, are largely, if not exclusively, people from the southwest, the Yorubas and the Igbos and the Edos, etc. Because the northerners, of course, they are already sitting on the Niger Delta oil wealth, so they have no reason to go outside of Nigeria for anything other than to spend the Niger Delta petrodollar. So that is their own. They've cornered the petrol industry and they've surrounded it with troops. But the southerners, who are hardworking and educated, they've now gone into the world in order to sustain their space. So that sustenance of space now is now being the data are now showing that it has the potential and the potency of as much as $2 billion a month. So now that $2 billion a month, you have to now, because it is now a tool now that we have the data to understand now just how potent that diaspora money movement is, that diaspora economy. Let's call it a diaspora economy. So we now have figures now to give us an understanding of what that diaspora economy actually is. So if that diaspora economy is a $2 billion dollars a month economy, then you can point those $2 billion to your region. So if the policy position is now that the monies is to be given out in the currency that it's being sent, then that of course then goes directly into the economy of that region. But then of course, you know that when you give out the dollars, it is still their bookies that you have to go and do bureau de change with. So this is now something that the southerners now have to address. This bureau de change that we have all over Yoruba and Igbo land that is being manned by the Malamis, this is now now something that we really need to address, because we keep saying that we're smarter than these people, but wherever the money is within the Nigerian space, they're always the first there, and they always have their blanket over it. So you send your money from Nigeria, and Aboki will tell you the exchange rates that it will get in the black market. So this is now something that we need to address within the southern regions. But really, it is the potency of that diaspora economy that I am seeking to highlight with this particular video. Conversations in the comment section are $2 billion a month is actually your value if you are sending money from abroad to your relatives or to build your house or whatever it is that you're sending money for. So that is the price tag, but what is the potency? Come share thoughts about all this with me in the comment section. But before you come share those thoughts, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Once you've done all the clickings, come join me then in the comment section. $2 billion a month is what we're talking about. How do you direct it is my question. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section. But here I say peace.